members of YMRC, and then as requested by the council members under the municipal staff piece. Okay, so that's what we're voting on. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. And then with those changes, we're now going to vote on the whole thing. Go ahead.
I just have one more question. So you've got the members of the Recreation Committee and an ad hoc committee, and they're going to meet. And the Recreation Committee members are going to report back to the Advisory Committee, right? And then and then the Advisory Committee will report to Council on what is, what's been done or what actions have been requested. Like,
How to report back to, I mean, it's.
I'm just trying to do the log in my mind and figure it.
I don't think it
Doesn't need to come back to
I
council?
don't think it needs to come back to
Good.
council. The specific items coming from this committee, they're more to advise the advisory committee, right? Create a liaison. And what would come back to council would be if there's policy development at the recreation committee level.
Makes sense. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Thank you. And, okay, correspondence. So we've got Nova Scotia Realtors. That's for information, I believe. Kim Maslin, the emergency response. That was kind of sort of a concern for me. I think I sent you an email when we got that original letter, because I just got to bring it up. Okay, on the second page, it says, when level 2 activation occurs, it means residents may be in greater need of support that is of an important but non-urgent nature. It may include requests for help with snow removal, receiving medications, checking in on loved ones. To support residents with these types of requests, it's important that they have access to a 24-hour local municipal phone number during an emergency. So we have to make sure that person is there. Is that what they're saying? I know we set up, like in the issue is a lot of the rural places, their cell phones don't work and stuff, so they're saying you got to be in a space that works. So when I've gone out, one of the 3 CAOs is usually there. So is that the number, or we got to set up a number? Because it's saying, like, if I need my Medicaid, I mean, this will be so helpful because I know I get 500 calls every day. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we need a bit of clarification on this in terms of. I'm just not sure the authority, like where this comes from. Is this isn't within an act? Is this going to be part? Are they warning us that this is coming?
Okay.
I'm a little. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So what I can tell you is that we have a 24/7 non-emergency number. It's 365 days a year, right? So if somebody has a call for service, they can call that number. When we activate our emergency operations center, we have that number is available. There's somebody staffing it. It isn't staffed 24/7, but even when I'll call it in when we're monitoring situations, our EOC coordinator monitors his phone, takes calls and deals with them. So if this is requiring us to have some other level of service, then I think we need clarity on it, because I'm not sure that what we currently do meets what the intention here is. And if this is telling us we need to do something else, I'm just asking sort of where that came from. Did it come from a regulation? Is there something new? I know there's a new department and there will be changes coming with that, but this is kind of a one-off, one-item thing. So it's a little out of context for me.
Okay, so did you want to write them a letter and ask? Okay, so do you want a motion to do that? Okay, so a motion to direct staff to seek clarification on the letter sent by emergency management. Okay, moved and seconded. Okay, any questions on this, or? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried, thank you. The under 15 AA hockey provincials request. So there's a letter there, and then there is a request. So I know we have grants, but I think that's why we have the extra, because we never know if they're going to win or host or go ahead there.
Yeah, and I think this one's unique in that it falls just prior to the next deadline date, so it's a week or two early. But these are unique situations, like you said. They didn't know that they were going to get this tournament awarded to them 3 or 4 months ago. So I would strongly recommend we support it, because I'll tell you, the value of sports tourism in this area shouldn't be underestimated. When you have 14 and 15-year-old kids, you typically have siblings and parents as well. So you end up with hundreds of people coming to the community, and it fills our restaurants and our hotels and the gas bars. I mean, it's good for the economy. So I would strongly support this request and make the motion that we award them the requested amount.
Okay, what did they ask, for 1,000 or 1,500? Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, moved and seconded. Councillor Lesser?
I guess when you ask how much they asked for, I think it contradicts the letter
it
and the
does, doesn't
application.
it?
It says 1,000 in the letter.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the amount in the spreadsheet, it seems like they want 3,000 from town and municipalities, which would be 1,000 each, I think. So I don't know if it's 1,500 or 1,000. I don't know if.
They had listed 1,500 from Modi and Argyle that they were asking for, I think, I haven't looked. Yeah, for the same thing. Yeah, exactly.
Just your worship,
Yeah.
just to add.
Hang on, Derek. Oh, sorry.
So you have, in your grants policy, you have 10% that you hold every year for these sorts of things. And so you do have a specific carve out in your policy to support this grant.
You see that, Councillor? Can you see it in there now? Because you're right, it was kind of contradictory. Okay. Yes, okay. Then that's what we'll have to go by, okay. Deputy?
Actually, Adam reached out to me and asked if we did have a contingency, and it's exactly why we do these things when things pop up out of nowhere. They were very happy to go through the grants process if time would have worked out, but obviously it didn't. The other thing for me is Yarmouth's known for putting on a good show. When we do tournaments, when we do things, people come here, they're very impressed with the show we put on and often come back because of it. So, a small investment to impress a lot of people of our town, of our facility that we had a great announcement about today that will continue to grow. And, I'm more than happy to support this. So thank you.
Is that a shoulder weight, Councillor Cleveland? Like April's almost like
It's a shoulder
bit of a
season.
shoulder.
Yeah, this is
is
from
great.
a tourism standpoint, but just from a standpoint of who we are. We're a hockey town, man, and we do this very well. And it's a no-brainer to do this kind of thing. But these are the kind of things that you drop a pebble into a pond and the ripples go everywhere, because what we do sends those ripples out and gives us the reputation that we have. So there's just no downside to it. And I absolutely support this. This is great. And it is why we have that extra bit within that budget. It's a good system that we've set up, and this kind of proves it in my mind.
Good stuff. Okay, we good? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Okay, so no additions. I guess a motion to go in camera. Oh, we're going to do that now? All right. Okay, so I need a motion to adjourn right now.